everyone, so as of September 11th, I'm almost banned from AmiAmi. I received an email from them stating, if I keep letting my orders get cancelled, they will either ban me or close my account. And to make it short, you can get banned from AmiAmi if you don't pay your orders, just like me. Now I feel like AmiAmi really needs to look at my videos because, come on guys, I think I'm a pretty loyal customer if I do say so myself. I have 4 packages here guys, and the only thing I'm thanked by this company is either getting banned from using their website or an account closure. And you guys must not be wondering how I got to this point. Well, for one thing, I let 4 to 5 orders cancel because I really couldn't pay them. That was a mistake on my side. And because of the continuous cancellations, AA totally sent me a warning email to make sure it doesn't happen again, because they're obviously not making any profit from me. And in the end, this is a business. On the bright side, I'm still live. It's been like almost 2 months since I last uploaded, so I'm ready to go ahead and unbox these 4 boxes that I let pile up while I took a month to 2 month break off. Oh, and the small box you see on the right is a Tokyo Taku Mode order. This one was my sister's that we can unbox right now. And before we begin, I just want to remind you guys that I do have my own online store. I don't have much merch on there at the moment. What you see right here is what I have available, and I'll have more items up in my shop pretty soon, guys. And don't forget to keep up with my socials by giving me a follow on Instagram and Twitter, guys. I tend to post parts of my collection and drawings on my socials, so go ahead and give me a follow. You'll definitely be getting sneak peeks of the things I'll eventually post in the future. So let's begin with this unboxing, guys. Alright, so this first item is from Tokyo Taku Mode, and it's something that my sister ordered because they're on sale, and they're a brand new animal 6-pack PVC rubber keychain box. And from the looks of the box, it looks really cute and totally worth the price, because rubber keychains are actually quite expensive. So this is how the inside of the box looks, and the boxes are quite big for rubber keychains. So the little boxes where the keychains are inside has the same box design as the outer box. Alright guys, so this is how the keychain looks. It's really cute! It's Michiru in a baseball uniform with the other Daruki. I forgot his name, but it's okay. They look really cute together. In the back it has like publisher stuff and all that, trigger and the brand new animal and blah blah blah. You know, it's made in China. Alright, so I'm just gonna open them all up and show you guys the whole crew.
Look at all of them together. They're so cute and adorable. There's just something about rubber keychains. I don't know if it's just the texture, the simplicity of them, and it's really cute seeing all the main characters interacting with each other. It looks like these keychains are like 2 inches. They all basically have the same purple color molding on them, which really suits this show because of the neon color style they use. Alright, let's move on to our first AA box out of 4. As always, we got an AA postcard. I have no idea what month this is from. It's cute though. Let's open the box. Alright, my weebers. So the first thing that I'm going to show you from this first AA box is this adorable Mob Psycho 102 acrylic stand of Mob and Reagan. They are both wearing tuxes, and I think they're celebrating the 2nd season's anniversary or just the overall anniversary of the manga or the anime. You know what? I don't even know what they're celebrating, but they look good in their tuxes. You know what, guys? Looking at the back, I'm pretty sure it's a phone stand. Let's see how it looks open, because that's the best thing about opening an acrylic stand. So all you have to do is get this part and just slide it in, and you get a cute phone stand. Look at the cool 30-year-old hanging out with the middle schooler. It's kind of weird when you think about it. I mean, I know Reagan means no harm, but like, it's kind of weird. Imagine being friends with the middle schooler. That's really sad. Anyways, this is how it looks with my phone. You would think with acrylic stands they would not be that sturdy, but it's pretty sturdy. I give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Why 8.5 out of 10? Because this acrylic stand sadly does not belong to me. I got it for my sister. Moving on. Here we have some cool Monkole, or as they say Mankore, small figures of Rolette and Haxorus. In one of my previous videos, I did unbox a few Monkole figures of the Diamond and Pearl starters. So if you're curious about those, you can go ahead and click this link right here. But like I mentioned earlier, I got a Rolette and Haxorus small figure. I really like these Monkole figures because not only are they really cute, they're pretty affordable, and I really love the details on these. definitely worth it if you like collecting small Pokemon figures. So here they are, breathing out of their small packaging. And let me say, Roulette is really, really cute. I really like its action pose. It's just, you know, open and ready to fight because it's a Pokemon and you fight with Pokemon. I really like how it's pretty dynamic and it's just not in its like typical just standard pose where it's just standing there looking at you with its eyes. But it has its mouth and wings open ready to battle. But do be warned everyone, when it comes to these small figures, they can break easily because they are made of clay. I remember a little Piplup one that I had fell on the ground after I finished the video, so I need to super glue it. But other than that, just be careful when you're handling these because they can break. And next we have Haxorus. He's just chilling in his standard pose. He's a pretty cool dragon guy, Pokemon. He's cool. That's all I have to say about Haxorus. I mean, you can't go wrong with dragon type Pokemon. They're like the best type, guys. I'm just gonna say that right now. There's just something about dragons. Both these figures are like 1 or 2 inches, which is not bad, especially for the price. I feel like a lot of the American Pokemon figures are going downhill with the painting quality. It's really sad because they used to be really good, but I really like these figures, so I'm happy with them. It's kind of funny seeing the size difference between the two of them. Obviously, Pokédex size, Roulette is definitely smaller than Haxorus. Next item! I for sure can't have a big haul without some BL goods. And, as you can see, I got Junjo Romantica merch up in here. Junjo really holds a special place in my heart because it was, one of my starting BL animes/mangas. So I suppose nostalgia wins this round for this Fujoshi here. This one is like a strap, but it's really cute and it's double-sided of Isaki and Usagi-san. I find it quite funny seeing how thick these kinds of straps are. But I mean, the thicker the better, I suppose, right? It smells like artificial stuff. But because it has my yaois, boys, I will overlook the smell. Because pretty soon, you will receive my house smell. Maybe that's a bit TMI. Oh, and you thought I was done, right? No, because I have this Sekaiichi Hatsugoi, but instead of Ritsu and Masamune, it's really nice. I love these guys. I for sure prefer Sekaiichi Hatsugoi over Junjo, but because it has a better storyline, in my opinion, I honestly haven't read it in a long time, maybe like a year or two, because I was sick and tired of waiting for Ritsu to confess to Masamune. I don't even know if he did, but anyways, I really love these series. They both hold a special place in my heart. But I think it's time for them to end because they've been ongoing for too long. In the meantime, hopefully they really do end soon and we see a wedding for both of them at least, right? Okay guys, I also got this cute chun kore, as they say it in Japanese, but chunk collie sounds funny. I'm just gonna call them chunk collie because they're chunky. This little cute bird thing you see right here is Lancelot from the mobile game Grand Blue Fantasy. I got him on sale, so I really love AA sales. They sold this guy for a good price. Honestly, I prefer his bestie Vane, but sadly, his order was closed. So I just, went with the sale and got Lancey because why not? They need to make more of these chunky birds or re-release some of them because they're really adorable, just like Lancey. I love the details of the clothes they put on these little birds. And it's so cute because I didn't know that they had little feetsies. This is actually my first time buying one of these chonkores. Okay, I think one of the best things from this first box are these Grand Blue Fantasy Omanjus because I actually got them for a really great price. I paid like 8 smackaroonies for these guys. Good thing Grand Blue isn't that popular over here in the West, so I could get myself some cheap Omanjus. So it comes with 8 characters, they're filled with microbeads, and they're in their own little Omanju boxes that I have to open. Let me open all of them for you guys. So they actually come in this black packaging that I'm not a fan of, but whatever. There's only so much you can do about the plastic packaging these things come in. Alright guys, these are the dudes. The ones that I spent $8 on. That's such a steal, really, for Omanjus too. If you're not familiar with Omanjus, they're just filled with microbeads, little squishy things. So in terms of characters that are here, starting from the left, we have Aglovale, Arthur, Mordred, the male protagonist of Grand Blue Fantasy, also known as Gran. And on the second row, we have Vane, the one I was talking about earlier, the real Chonko Collie that I wanted, Percival, and my second favorite, Siegfried. And on top, we have Lancelot. Grand Blue Fantasy is like one of the only mobile gacha games that I play, but I play it like on and off. I'm really excited for Relink though. That one is definitely gonna be one of the best games coming out next year. I'm really excited for it. I really have to catch up on Grand Blue Fantasy, and so should you guys. So you guys can play Relink. Let's move on to the second box. So this second box I got came with this cute summer postcard of Amiko and Liliko being lollies. How I hate lollies. But I mean, this one's cute. They're just enjoying the beach and all that blah 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 stuff. You know, okay, let's move on. So the first item I got from this second box is this adorable Levi hair tie. I honestly don't even watch Attack on Titan anymore, but I used to be a big fan of Levi. And when I saw this hair tie, I knew I had to get it because this is such a smart idea. You know, just making an anime character a hair tie like this. They basically use Levi's arms as the tying part to connect it all together. The person who came up with this is really smart because they even got me to buy it. They really went out with the cute chibi details on him too. I know I'll be using this hair tie on my hair later. In fact, here's a clip of me wearing it so you guys could see how it looks. Cute, isn't it? It has a really nice stretching feel to it because there are some hair ties that are too tight, but this one isn't that tight, which is nice because if you put too much pressure on those tight ones, you end up breaking them. So hopefully this one doesn't break on me because of my strength. His face is really soft to touch too. And I really like how they gave him an expression that's pretty much done with everything. Done with living, done with the Titans, living. And it's cute because you can also put him on the palm of your hand to sit on. His arms themselves are made of stretchy material. There are actual scrunchies that have hair ties inside, but this one is just the fabric of his arms. There's nothing in there, which is pretty nice. So I guess I really don't have to worry about it breaking. I also got this adorable Kaine plush from Near Replicant. As you guys can't tell, I'm also a plush collector, so I'm glad they came out with the Kaine plush because she is so cute. Her face feels nice and squishy and soft. And of course you can't ignore her body details, especially on her undergarments because that is quite annoying to draw. Only the chest part though, because drawing those strings really makes me mad. She has a done facial expression too, just like Levi. They're like the same character but like from a different world, except Kaine is a little more softer. I really like the string attachments to the back of her head and even the back of her garments too. They did a really good job with all the details. Her hair is nice and soft too. That, my friends, is a lady in her underwear. And of course you can't forget the addition of the lunar tear on the side of her head. That is a complete essence of Kaine. And because Kaine has such a big head, she does fall over. But you know, that's just how it be, guys, when they have big-headed plushies, right? I also ended up getting this Tiger and Bunny Volume 3 manga, and based on what I'm looking at inside, it looks like this comic from this artist is like a different retelling of the anime, because there are also a few other manga retellings of the Tiger and Bunny story, because it's originally an anime, not a manga, so they adapted it into manga. And they're like different retellings now. And I think this one goes deeper into one of like the middle arcs of the anime. And you know what? It's really thick. I didn't expect it to be so thick. There's a lot going on in this one, but I'm never gonna say no to Tiger and Bunny because that one is one of my favorite animes ever. And this one's volume 3, by the way. I was actually gonna order volume 1, but by the time I wanted to order volume 1, the orders were closed, so I couldn't get it. Same thing for volume 2. So I was just like, I'll get volume 3, I guess. Hopefully they do restock volume 1 and 2, so I can have the 3 of them and the other volumes that are coming out eventually. I do appreciate the manga because it does go into details of character relationships and, you know, gives more context to some situations that happen. So if you guys ever get the chance to watch Tiger and Bunny, you should definitely watch it, especially if you like adult superheroes. I just gotta say, the cast is very lovable, guys. Give it a shot, and maybe you can become a Tiger and Bunny lover just like me. Alright guys, I have one more item from this second box, and it is the Pokemon Scale World set of the Platinum characters of Dawn and Lucas. I honestly prefer this one more than the Diamond and Pearl one because we all know Platinum is the better version of Diamond and Pearl.
I think this is the 4th Scale World that I unboxed throughout my videos, and I remember stating that I'll probably stop once the Unova ones come out, depending on whether they come out with Sharon. I'm always saying that. So this is how it looks inside. I'm just gonna open them all up. You guys already know that they're wrapped in plastic, because if you didn't know, yes, they are wrapped in plastic. A lot of plastic. Let me get them all out. Yo guys, I didn't even realize they added Arceus to this line. That's so cool. I wonder how much Arceus would cost. Pretty sure like 30 or 40 bucks. I would still buy it. Like, they do have a lot of Pokemon for this line, but it's pretty hard to collect them all because AA is one of those websites that only sells like the main protagonists in the set with their starters, and then you have to look elsewhere for the rival trainer figures, the legendary Pokemon ones too, so that sucks. So this is how they all look like out of the packaging, and they look really cool. I always mention how I really like the Scare World line because, you know, you get a bit of everything. Except the legendaries, because you gotta buy them separately. But I really love the details that they put into this line, or sometimes actually, because there have been a few inconsistencies like when it comes to either the painting details and even the head sizes and the eye sizes. And sometimes there are like smudges on the figures. It all depends, but for the most part, I think they're pretty good price. And starting from the left, you can see it comes with Lucario, Glaceon in the back, Riolu, Dawn and Lucas in their platinum outfits, Bidoof, Starly, Gible, Leafeon, Luxray, and a cute little Shinx. I personally think Luxray looks the coolest, and I also think the details on Lucario are really good too. I also noticed this smudge on Leafeon's tail. It was a painting smudge. When it comes to these things sometimes, you just can't help but think it is what it is. I really hate that saying, because it's true. I know in one of my previous videos, I unboxed the regular Diamond and Pearl Scare World set. And what did you know? I have Dawn and Lucas right here, because I want to compare the differences between the Platinum and the Diamond and Pearl ones. At least for the trainers. I'm gonna start with comparing the Dawn figures, and right away you can definitely see there is a big difference between the two of them with regards to the size. You can totally see that Diamond and Pearl Dawn is bigger than Platinum Dawn. Platinum Dawn's head is for sure smaller compared to DNP Dawn's. These Scare World inconsistencies kind of bug me because, you know, I want them all the same size, not something different. I don't understand why they didn't use the same mold for the Platinum ones. But whatever, it's a Bandai thing, I guess. I mean, they're still both cute, but it'd be nice if they were the same size. Now, comparing the Lucas figures, they both don't look that bad compared to the Dawn ones. You can tell the size difference between the two of these, but just barely, because the Dawn one is noticeable. I feel like the eyes for DNP Lucas are a little more detailed compared to Platinum Lucas. And it also looks like his eyes are a little smaller than Platinum Lucas's as well. All the figures are good in their own way, and you know what? I'm glad I have these figures to compare each other, just so I can know that this inconsistency will keep on happening in the years to come. That is if we don't die yet. That's it for this second box, my peeps. It's nice that each box of these Scare World sets comes with a piece of gum. On to the next box, everyone. Okay guys, we made it to the third box. Here's another postcard. I don't even know what month it's from. I stopped trying to figure it out after the first box. It's Amico and Liliko, as always. Let's get to the stuff. So the first thing I got, as you can see, is a small acrylic stand of Howl from Shaman King. I actually just got him because he was on sale, but now I don't even care about the anime anymore. So I'm just gonna sell him online because, yeah. That's it. I just feel so disappointed, guys. The 2021 anime was just so bad. It's like one of the worst adaptations I've ever seen in an anime. We couldn't even feel connected to the characters. The only character I did feel connection with was Taoren. And speaking of him, I got this acrylic stand of him too. On sale, of course. I don't care about him anymore because the anime really disappointed me with the ending and all that stuff, so I'm gonna sell him too. But you know what? This is a good thing about sales. You get them for an affordable price. So I didn't really lose out on anything in the end, now did I? I'm not gonna take him out of his packaging, but all you need to know is that he's also an acrylic stand. So yeah guys, what you're pretty much looking at is merch I'm gonna sell. They're cute though, really cute. But I don't love them enough to keep them. Alright, and as you can see, we're on our next item. I'm really excited to talk about this one because it is a Pokemon trainer figure. And not just any Pokemon trainer, it's May! Best girl from the Hoenn region. So what we're looking at right now is her outer box design, and it looks really good. You can't really go wrong with these, especially since it's made by Kotobukiya, and you know Kotobukiya always makes those Pokemon trainer figures. And of course, you can't have a Pokemon trainer figure without a Pokemon. And as you can see, May is accompanied by Torchic, shooting some flames out of its cute little beak. I really love the illustration that they made on the side of the box of May and Torchic. I'm really excited to open this figure. So let's go ahead and open it. I really love the Hone region, so I'm glad that they came out with May. Kotobukiya did come out with previous May and Brandon figures of their Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire designs though. And those are really cool. And as we can see, May is in her standard Pokemon trainer pose that they usually have her in. She's winking it out too. She's got a spring in her step and ready to go into battle. It's really nice how these trainer figures really show the personality of the trainer. This is another reason why I'm a really big fan of these. It's really nice how May's design is simple and smooth. They did a really good paint job with her. Everything is pretty much consistent. I like how they gave her a winking eye and a big smile, which makes May look like a ray of sunshine. The bottom of her shoes are of simple detail. It looks like they didn't really want to complicate how the bottom of her shoe looks. And I really love how they made Torchic, and this Torchic is angry and ready to battle. I really love the details of the flames that they made for Torchic too. It's so cool. And in regards to Torchic, Torchic's just so cute. You can't say no to that cute little face. Torchic is a little chick that I love. I love how smooth this entire figure is. It's really nice, and that's all I really have to say about it. I mean, it's May, it's Pokemon. So far, these figures are pretty much the only Pokemon merchandise that I've been buying recently, other than plushes. So far, only the Pokemon merch is keeping me going, not the games. How sad. And that's pretty much the entire third box, everyone. I didn't really get that much, just 3 things. But you know, the main thing was definitely May. We did it. We made it to the last box. Well, actually, I did it, because I did all the work, and you guys just watched. If you watched this far, that is. This is the last AA postcard of Amico, and I think this is an August postcard, because I think I got this one before too. I know I don't remember though. Anyways, let's get to our first item. I only got 3 items in this haul, but it's quite a lot, especially for the second item. So the first items I got are these Tiger Money 2, Barnaby and Kotetsu minifigures. Or to be more precise, figure art mini figures. And by just saying and reading the name, I know for sure that these figures have parts to them, which if you've been keeping up with my videos by now, is something I'm not a really big fan of. But I just had to get these little cute figures of Barnaby and Kotetsu because they're my dad's, and I just really wanted some Tiger Bunny 2 figures, you know, with them in their season 2 outfits. I bought the set, and I could have bought them individually, but lucky enough, AmiAmi did have them as a set. So of course I took advantage of it and bought both of them together. I love buying things as a set because it actually saves you money too. So this is how they both look inside. They come with right and left arm parts, a little base so that they don't fall over.
So this is how they both look without their stands. You know, for someone such as myself who's not a fan of figure art figures, I don't know why I keep buying them. But I'm making these Tiger Bunny figures as an exception because they don't really come out with many figures for this series, so I am taking what I can get. I really enjoy the details on these figures. And you know, as an artist, it's great that these types of figures do exist though, because they make a great reference. That way I don't have to go through Google looking for character reference sheets. They're right here in front of me, in chibi forms. Look at them spinning around on the rotation device. They're so cute. The 2 husbands together, side by side. What more could you ask for? I also changed up their poses by putting on the other arm parts that came with them. Sometimes you gotta take advantage when you're recording and put them in cool poses. Although with these, it's kind of limited because you can't bend their knees. The good thing about these figures is that you don't have to worry about the elbow parts and the awkward placement of the little circle in order to move the humerus of the arm. So that's one thing I do appreciate because sometimes they look ugly, which I will show an example of when I get to the last part of my video. But until then, I'm really happy with how they came out. And And another thing I like about these figures is that I don't have to deal with other head parts or face parts, because it really is annoying dealing with many figure parts. And when it comes to these, they like to fall apart whenever you're trying to connect the body part to the base of the figure. Yeah, it's just a big hassle. All I have to say now is that I really hope Good Smile comes out with Papa Parade figures of at least Kotetsu and Barnaby. I would love a Yuri one. Or Golden Ryan, but Barnaby and Kotetsu for sure. Please, Good Smile, please grace us with Papa Parade Tiger and Bunny figures. It doesn't matter if we can't get a scale figure. At least Papa Parades will do the trick for us. Alright, time to move on from the best of Hero Buddy figures to more Tiger and Bunny! You guys thought I was done, didn't you? But seriously guys, we have one more thing after this one. We are almost completely done here. So this is a 12-pack. They're the 12 Stern Build Heroes as acrylic stands. And it's really cool how they had a whole set of them. You know I had to get them. I love all the characters in Tiger and Bunny. There is not one that I dislike at all. I mean, at least for the heroes. And since this is a 12-pack, I have no idea where I'm gonna fit all of these once I get them displayed somewhere. So this is how all the acrylic stand boxes look like. They all have the same design, but it's a really nice design because they all have Kotetsu and Barnaby, and they're really all that matter. And speaking of design, the side of the box shows how all 12 of the acrylic stands look. It's kind of hard to see because they're all smushed together, so small. So let me go ahead and open them to show you guys how they all look like next to each other. I also like to show how they look wrapped. I got Dragon Kid first, so this is how she looks all wrapped up together. It's the same type of packaging like the Pokemon Scale World line. Just like those, it also comes with candy. I have so many of these gum pieces now. I also wanted to mention that these acrylic stands come with a protective film over them. It's surprisingly something that a lot of people don't know when it comes to acrylic figures. Anything with acrylics, usually they have a protective film over them. And on the packaging, it does show that it does have a protective film on it. There are a lot of official acrylic stands that don't really come with a protective film, but anytime you see like stains or scratches on the surface of the acrylic stand, make sure to take a look at it, because if it's like that most of the time, then there's an indication that it has a protective film on it, just so it doesn't get scratched, because acrylic stands are prone to get scratched very easily. So don't forget to take off the protective film, everyone. Oh, and they can also be kind of hard to take off, so just be careful and make sure you have some type of long nail to make it easier for you in the long run, especially if you have a lot of acrylic merch that has protective film on it. So this is how all of them look outside of their boxes. It was kind of hard to find a placement for them, but in the end I managed to do it, didn't I? They all look so cool next to each other. All the buddies and stuff. I didn't take the protective film off of all of them because that would have taken way too long, but either way, them. The bottom of the stands has each of their real identity names. The front of the acrylic stands have them in their day-to-day regular people clothes, and the back of the stands that has the protective film on it has them in their hero costumes, all 12 of the buddies. I'm honestly hoping that these illustrations are actually made just for the acrylic stands, because a lot of companies like to recycle designs. It doesn't seem like that's the case for these stands, but either way, I'm really happy how they all turned out. I also included all the gum pieces that they all came with, because you know, gum. I obviously put Kotetsu and Barnaby on top because I love them. Like, who doesn't love them? If you don't love them, I'm going to eat your pet. And below Kotetsu and Barnaby, we have Golden Ryan and Blue Rose. In the middle, we have Magical Cat, Dragon Kid. On the far left, we have Rock Bison, Origami Cyclone, Sky High, Fire Emblem, Mr. Black, and he is Thomas. All the main heroes looking nice and Gucci. I also noticed that for each partner, one of them is sitting down and the other one is standing up, except for Magical Cat and Dragon Kid because they're both sitting down. It's nice how they don't have them all standing up, because sometimes it's kind of hard figuring out a pose for everyone standing up, but everyone also has a different pose when sitting down. So I like how there are these pose dynamics between all the characters, and I'm really happy with all of them. These acrylic stands are really cute and cool. I remember when I went to Marukai Market, and they did have these acrylic stands there, but They were random, so it was basically like a gacha, which kinda sucks, but I'm glad I was able to get the whole set. And now that I'm finished looking at these guys, we're going to move on to the final part of this video. One of the best parts of making a video is actually getting to the end of it and finishing it up. So what you see here is a 1/12 scale figure of Shin and Noi from the anime and manga Dorohedoro. I did a previous unboxing of Nikairon Kaimon from this same figure line. Actually, I'm pretty sure this box came in after I literally unboxed the Nikairon Kaimon one, which is pretty funny, and now I'm unboxing it. Regardless, this is how it looks inside. As you can see, Shin is an action figure and Noi is a scale figure. And I obviously prefer Noi more than Shin anyways. We need more buff girls in anime, seriously. We don't have enough of them. And Noi is like the embodiment of a buff girl, a hot buff girl. We all need a Noi. Or us girls can become one, because who doesn't want to be tough and buff and hot like Noi, right? I just love me a strong lady. As you can see, Shin comes with a few parts, and it's quite cute and funny because he also comes with 2 pairs of glasses. That's so funny and really cute, honestly. They're so small, and I guess you could just put them on him. And this is me putting on his glasses on his face. Hopefully they don't fall off. And then he has a right and left hand that's open. And then he has his right and left hand that are fists. Here's a better close-up of Shin's hands. You can see the stitches on Shin's fingers, which are really finely detailed. So it's pretty awesome seeing how much love they put into these figures. And don't get me started on the details on all 3 of his heads. Look really awesome, especially with him wearing his devil mask. Like, I can't imagine how long that took to paint and to get the details. And he also comes with his signature hammer. And as for Noi, she just comes with her devil mask, and it's just her as a complete figure, which is nice because I don't have to, you know, really remove any body parts other than her head, and I don't like dealing with body parts. Ugh. And when it comes to Noi's details, it's so awesome how they also did the same thing to make her musty when it comes to her shoes and the sock bandage that she's wearing. This is how she looks with her devil's mask on, but I honestly prefer her without her mask on. She looks way better. So here they are, everyone, on full display out of the packaging. They look pretty sick. And as you can see, I did change up Shin's pose and everything. It looks pretty cool. And Noi is as beautiful as always. I'm just a really big fan of the static scale figures. They're just way easier. But you know what? I kind of grew to like these action figure ones because you can make some cool ass poses. These manufacturers really do know how to get the vibes right for this series. And the details on both of their clothes are really awesome. I'm glad I was able to get the Nikairon Kaimon figures and the Shin and Noi one to complete this set. I don't know if they're gonna come out with the Ebisu and Fujita one, but that'd be kind of nice to see. Also, regarding what I was talking about earlier about the arm joint parts that look ugly, Shin is a perfect example of this. You can see how ugly it looks for the elbow, which is just a little small circle part. It kind of takes away from the figure. So that's why I'm really glad the Tiger and Bunny figure ones didn't have any of these little small joint parts that take away from the figure. So I'm glad that they didn't have any. And I guess it just matches for Shin because I guess you could experiment like I did earlier. Not like I would want to again after this though. I'm pretty glad this crazy musty couple got their own line of figures. I mean, there is a different figure for Shin where his clothes are actually made of like felt or cotton, which is pretty cool. But that figure of his is a little more expensive. And I mean, I got Shin and Noi together as a set, so that's even better. I swear guys, when I have more space, I will definitely have a Dorohedoro shrine. Alright everyone, this is the end of the haul. Honestly, it doesn't look like much, but at the same time it does look like a lot. The packaging always makes something look bigger than you think it is. Either way, I'm glad I got a few things on sale, a few things not on sale. I can't believe this is like 4 packages fitting on this table. Honestly, my favorite thing in this haul was actually the Tiger and Bunny figure art minifigures. They're just so cute, and I just really love Tiger and Bunny. I'm sure you guys know that by now. So yeah, everyone, thanks for joining me, and if you made it this far, you get a star. an invisible star, and a thumbs up from me. Thank you so much for watching, making it this far. Thank you. Don't forget to check out my online store before I close it during the holiday season. Oh, and here's a look at all the plastic that piles up when it comes to opening these boxes. Sometimes you gotta take a look at all this stuff and realize that's a lot of plastic and waste that is just gonna get thrown into a landfill. I always think about that every time I order packages, but honestly, I don't know what to do at this point. I just want to raise some awareness to this plastic monstrosity, everyone. It's really bad. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for sticking around once again. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!